Welcome to the Neen Valley Role-Playing Association, a group of friends who like to play RPGs. Let's role-playing games and try and have fun. If you like the video, please like and subscribe.
Hey, welcome back to our crossover series here at East Texas University, where Deadlands meets East Texas University in an interesting collision. Okay, with that, as we do every time, I will ask someone to do a quick recap from last time, and that will earn them a Benny.
I think I did last time, so someone else.
That's the equivalent to not it. Okay, Christine, why don't you do it?
Yay, well volunteered, Christine.
As I remember, actually, we didn't actually do horrendous amounts of stuff.
Nope.
We had our normal class day. Nothing unusual happened there. Classes finished as normal. The guys were going to head over to Mary Lynn's, but she actually said to them that, no, I'm going to have a ladies' night. I don't need you guys. It's going to be fine. You get yourself all ready for, run up for Halloween tomorrow and you enjoy yourself. So, we basically had the afternoon off, the three of us. We trundled off and did various things. I seem to remember that we had a call from Glenn Mack saying that he had a haunting. A Native American woman was haunting the Ravens Hollow Brewery. Mm-hmm. So Fish had done some research on it and found a few things out about it. Apparently where it is actually positioned, there had been a kind of a hump, a hill, and it had been demolished when it was built about, is it 12 years or 10 years ago? And one of the ladies from the campus had tried to prevent it, tried to form a group to prevent it. And actually, she was who I went to talk to, who is Dr. Elisan Salinaro. She's the historical, I'm not quite sure what you'd call her, but she's the keeper of the historical details for the university. She keeps the maps, she keeps all of those sorts of things. And I went to chat to her while Fish was doing his research. I'm not actually sure what Andy did. I think he twiddled his thumbs and studied maps and things in the. He said he was studying maps in the library, but I'm guessing Margaret was there, so I'm not so sure so many maps were studied as he claims were.
Maybe he was studying ley lines, like Margaret's ley lines.
You're impugning both of them. It's a disgrace.
I think he probably something along those lines, because he certainly didn't really come up with much by way of information. Fish
don't blame me. Blame the dean.
Absolutely.
I came up with the most information because of course Dr. Elisan was the person to go and talk to, because indeed she had tried to prevent the building. She wanted archaeology work done first because she was convinced that this was a Caddo Indian burial site. But the builders went in before anything could be sorted and flattened it and basically destroyed everything that was there. So we were getting ourselves all set up. We went and got equipment because we were going to do some Indian communication, shall we say, on the Saturday. We were hoping to do it, so on Halloween itself. But I had to go and I got a phone call that I had to go and pick up Roger from the vets. So I went along. Cost me $250. I mean, I haven't got enough money as it is, and the dean cost me $250 for my raccoon back. I get Roger. He's chilled out in a cat carrier, leg in a brace, taking him back to campus, and he starts chittering like nobody's business, going bonkers, pulling up my clothing because he wants to go and do something. So I let him out of the out of the car, and he scootles straight across towards the hanging tree. What to say? Andy and Margaret had given up on their research and decided they were going for a meal. And Fisher decided he was going to go to sleep because he was really, really knackered and tired. So I was the only person up at this point, and we hadn't intended to do anything that evening. We were just basically relaxing, and I was just picking up the raccoon. But the raccoon basically scootles its way over to the hanging tree, and I follow it, and 3 people pop out of the tree in Western gear. A tall, dark-haired lady with hair in plaits, and a black duster, black jeans, black everything basically, black shirt, black hat, and what looks like a Colt Thunder at her hip and a whip at her hip, and the raccoon scootles straight over to her and makes its way up her shoulder, onto her shoulder, up her leg, onto her shoulder. There's a guy who's not wearing any trousers, just got his chaps on. No trousers, long johns. At least he did have long johns on, thank God. So yeah, he's there, and another guy in a it looked a bit like Clint Eastwood, to be honest, with a sort of like ratty-looking cigarette in his lips, and comes out. I'm saying that because I think that's what he's got in his picture. Yeah, but he looks just like Clint Eastwood from from one of the spaghetti westerns. It's just what is going on here. So they start talking, really weird, and I'm trying to work out where they're from. But at the same time, I made a phone call to my 2 colleagues. They didn't pick up immediately, but when they eventually did pick up, they get to hear me sort of saying to these people, what year do you think this is? And it appears that they seem to think that it is 1883. I let them understand that they were slightly wrong, and if they looked around that they could see that they were actually on East Texas University campus, stood by what is historically known as the hanging tree. And my 2 colleagues do finally hear me having this conversation and muster themselves as fast as they can. Margaret and Andy jump in the Jeep and race straight over, and Fish scrambles his way out of bed after Manny's basically jammed his phone under his nose and gone, "Oi, wake up, mate, somebody's trying to Gracie's trying to call you, oi." So he grumbles and he makes his way out of bed and comes across as well, and they just turn up just as we're about to begin. The Jeep has just turned up. Margaret has just got out and gone, "What am I seeing?"
That is where we ended last time. Have you taken your extra Benny? Please do, if you have not. And then we can quickly go into the deliberation on which cards you guys will have for this evening. So if you guys would like to do that.
Yes, please.
Yes, son.
I don't have the thing loaded. Let me just get that.
No,
I bet Fish does.
Yeah, opening in 5, 4, 3, 2. It's open. Okay.
All right, Fish.
Anybody
why
wants
don't you
to
go ahead
roll?
and roll? Go ahead, Rob. You go first.
Say what? A D10. 4. And a D4 is a 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I have full moon over ETU. Player characters add +2 to all trait rolls for the rest of this round.
Oh, that ain't too bad.
Wow. A question.
No.
Does that apply to all of the characters that we're playing?
You know
It does say
what?
player
Two each.
characters.
It says player
Yeah.
characters. I see no reason why it would not.
Yeah.
Right.
And it has an awesome
Okay.
picture on it of Garandi baying to the full moon. It's actually quite cool.
Nice.
You guys really need
Nice.
to see it.
We
Grandy's
need,
really very useful.
need to find a way to make these, Rob, where we can display them. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, let us move across. Grace, why don't you take over here?
Me. Okay, D10 and
2,
D4.
7, 8, and 2 is fish said.
Fish said.
Yes.
is what it
Play
says
in
there.
a combat situation. Your character does or says something so shocking that it brings the area to a standstill. All other characters, friend or foe, are shaken.
Yep. You shake everybody with
Oh, boy.
in
Super
apropos
useful.
Nope,
with your in apropos statement.
Yeah.
not that useful, but hey ho. It is
Oh,
what it
I
is.
got 8 and 4.
Oh,
Yeah.
Forbidden knowledge.
Yes.
Your character gains the
Ah.
benefit of 1 edge, regardless of requirements for the rest of this encounter.
I believe that's what
Andy.
I actually had. No, I agree with you.
So you could go for a legendary edge and use it for that encounter.
Yep.
Let's see here. What is the name of that? Oh, all right. So that gets you guys' cards. What I'd like you
Yeah.
now to do is roll for or do the same thing for your alternates.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
So for Sarah, let's go first then with Chase.
Yes.
Knew you were going to pick me. 7 and 3.
Good.
Fishy charisma. The subject of your questioning tells you everything you want to know, whether by friendly persuasion, intimidation, or force.
Okay. Very, very good.
That could be useful on us.
Very, very good. And then let us go across to Sarah, the siren. Lead not coming down from my pencil. There.
No lead in your pencil.
I got it.
9 and 2 is...
I've already got one,
That's
I
it.
believe. I'll let you read it out, Fish.
Oh, okay. Not a problem. So...
Punching it down desperately.
I've already got one. Your hero just happens to have or find one rare ritual component.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
That could be
that
quite
would-
useful for if we need
that's-
to close the hanging tree.
That's true.
Yep. Or you could say that you just happen to find the heart of a greater werewolf who can be used to remove Andy's curse permanently.
I don't know if I'll let that one would stretch the bounds of the story, but yes, these
Maybe.
cards are for that. But we'll see how this plays out. Okay, let us go with Roscoe.
Okay, Roscoe, 10 and 4. We got 7 and 4. Okay, which is. Go back up and count. A little help. The bonus from all support rolls is doubled this round. This applies to all allied characters. Okay.
So we have a slew of cards. I think what I'd like to do, I will keep track of these separate. I actually have these. I'll mark a number down by the names. So for Case, I think you were a 3-Benny guy. Roscoe, were you as well?
3 pennies, I think, for Roscoe. Yeah.
And Sarah. I'm just confirming. I will write down.
Yeah, Sarah has only got 3.
Okay, I'm writing those down next to them. These are not interchangeable amongst your player and your alternate. But so let's prepare ourselves for some interesting role play. I might suggest that you do something either physically to sort of remember when you're with which one, like maybe, hold up your hand if you're
Oh, yeah. Pick on the cat. That's right. Pick on the cat.
You have to put a hat on. Put on a hat if you're and sunglasses.
That was so well thought through on my part. But if there's something that can help you, I don't know, pick up a die and have it in your hand or something, just that in your mind you can physically be making a movement between. But whatever the case, at least I've heard that might help in this type of situation. Because this could get, and for those watching, this could get complicated, especially when Roscoe and Andy are talking over each other. That will be awesome. See what I did there? No, our viewers might not realize it. Those are the 2 characters that Pete is playing, and therefore the humor. Okay, let us jump across. Just moving the map thing over here. So we're looking at the eerie tree with the roost back behind it. I think there's a little more trees there than are probably in little groves of the pathway that heads up that direction from the, not too far from the, on the other side of the street from the athletic dorm. You just pulled up, and as Grace just said, or actually as Christine just said in her recap, Margaret says, "What am I seeing?"
He says, "I don't know, but I'm seeing it too."
I don't know either. I'm seeing all 3.
You sure you're not seeing 6?
Oh. You see them as well? Okay.
Yes.
I wasn't sure if they were
There seems
ghosts.
there
Spirits.
seems to be a chap that's got no trousers and is kind of lounging in the grass.
Yeah.
Hey, Fish.
That.
Fish, have you seen what's on the woman's shoulder?
It's that fucking badger, isn't it?
Oh, maybe you can get her to pay the vet's bill.
That rare item she's got, could it happen to be a doubloon or something that I can get off her and sell? Make
No,
a mint.
it could be a ton of ghost steel.
But you may well have given me the justification for whatever it is you come up with later for needing a ritual component, because you're talking to someone like that. I would like to describe something for Sarah as she is standing under the tree, still a little bit disorientated, to use the British way of saying that. The vertigo is going away. Roger has climbed up your shoulder to his accustomed place. He's got a piece of material around one of his legs. It has you can't tell quite how the fastening works, but it's evidently a wrap of some sort. He looks like he's been through something. The young people in front of you are staring. I think the word would be almost be gobsmacked. But what's really fascinating are the ley lines. As your eyes adjust to the street light that's behind you that seems very strange. There's no gas to it. There's, electricity. It's been around, but it's a street light. And above it, the lines that are crisscrossing the sky. You've never seen so many ley lines in the same area. They're wispy, insubstantial, silvery ribbons that run through the sky. The sides of them sometimes reflect, as they're reflecting the moon right now for a couple of them. You can see where the places that they cross are forming nexus. You can almost see the swirl of magic. Mechanically, though your magic is weaker in this day and age, and you'll take a -2 to any time that you roll to cast a spell, we will also roll a d20, and you might be close to one of those nexus, and it would eliminate that problem. Okay?
Hey, yep.
So hold on to that little mechanic in your head. But you've never seen anything quite like it over this set of buildings.
Indeed. The lines are so strange here. I've never seen anything like it. And she's just staring up. Then she looks down across at these three young people in their strange garb.
Four.
Hmm.
Marcus there too. Quickly for
Cool.
Roscoe. I'd like both Roscoe. Well, actually, any of you can do this, but Roscoe, I think, is the first one that would do this because it is what he does for a living. But if you'll make a survival roll. And what did you get?
13.
Oh, nice. 13. There are plenty of boot marks. Someone came
the boots
through.
that we are looking for?
Oh, they're very similar to your very own. They are not yours, but they are other cowpoke boots. You can make out variations thereof with that 13. You're pretty sure that you are firmly on the trail of the debtors. You can make out that sure enough, there's probably about 8 separate boots. Sets of boots. Which is what you were chasing.
Can I make out roughly when they went past?
Oh boy. With that 13, I would say you're looking at, tromp down grass, stirs. I think I think you would guess that it was maybe only you're thinking it looks more like 4 hours, 5 hours, which doesn't, the math doesn't add up to you in your head that you were pretty much right behind them.
Mhm.
But that's what it looks like.
Believe the deaders gone this way.
Yep, it looks like they head directly towards that hard-packed road that's behind the students, where the two pulled up in a infernal vehicle of some form and stepped out.
He tips his hat at the young people. Excuse me, young'uns. We've got to get on and track these deaders before they do something nasty.
Do any of the students have a reply to that? I don't think Andy. Yeah.
Andy says, deaders?
Did he say deaders or debtors? Is he after some money?
Oh, you could be right. I mean, that guy needs to buy some pants, so they're obviously hard up.
Yeah. So
Chase
looking
stands up.
very strangely dressed.
She stands up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fish will say, deaders? What's a deader?
Roscoe going to answer, or is one of the others?
Well, he's.
I think.
Sorry, he looks at
someone else should
Roscoe.
answer.
He looks at
Roscoe's
Roscoe.
looking
And he
off,
asks,
Roscoe is looking off into the distance, so maybe someone else should answer.
Okay.
Sarah's thinking she ain't got a clue who the debtors are, so she's going to let Chase answer.
So Chase is scratching his ass, and then he, well, he does that with his fingers, and he goes, well, now it's you guys got scary bedtime tales to scare the little ones so they don't get out of bed and don't go off wandering?
Oh, yeah, we've got enough of those. That's
Oh, yeah. Friday the 13th.
Well-
1, 2, 3, 4.
Think, yeah, there's an old name that sometimes we use, Baba Yaga. Don't know where it came from, actually.
Oh, Russia.
But the deaders are worse than them. They're worse than any of the tales that you could tell.
Well,
I've killed them once.
Baba Yaga is a witch from Russia, singular.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, it's still
I'm
a
glad you're
scary
telling me
thing,
the
don't
same
it,
thing.
Roscoe?
No, that was Andy talking to him.
Sorry,
Roscoe-
it's the same
Roscoe-
thing,
I think
young
we have
fella.
to start saying Sarah says and Andy says and
Yeah.
Roscoe looks over and at this explanation and shakes his head and says, yes. Deaders are people who died and then were possessed by unholy spirits and rose from the dead.
Grace is going to go,
But what
zombies?
No, not quite. The reason being is because they were already hanged, then they came back to life, and then me and my posse, we killed them again, and now they've come back to life again. we thought we did it, but obviously we didn't. So zombies don't normally come back after dying the second time. So these are evil. Evil. They were evil when they were alive, and they're even worse because they actually know that they're dead.
Enough. The trail goes cold.
Let's move then.
Let's
Where's
move
our
out.
horses?
Sadly, your horses are not here.
Roscoe's moving
damn
on.
it.
He's moving out.
So you can trace as you move towards the students, are there any reactions? I mean, I think Margaret sort of steps behind you, Andy, and is a little bit apprehensive as this tall fellow with his hat, his cowboy hat, walks slightly bow-legged towards the street. You can
Let's just get in his way.
Okay.
So I'm sorry. I really don't think it's a wise idea for you just to be marching around the university campus grounds. Certainly not in that getup and with your weapons and everything.
What's
Weapons
wrong
on
with that?
campus are not allowed.
What? That sounds strange. How do you protect yourselves?
Are we not in
she
Texas?
pulls out Batty. She pulls out Batty.
I mean,
We have our ways.
She's got herself a.
what, you wanna start a fire?
Always handy for a smoke signal. But no, that's not the intention of it.
Do you beat your clothes dry with it?
And then she's going to pull out a taser. This comes in really handy.
Do you roll the flour, the bread with it?
Non-lethal.
Roscoe buttons up his overcoat. Is that okay?
Sir?
Then let's be about this.
Though. The guy with he really needs some pants on. He could get himself arrested. The security guys are kind of hot on things like that. They're not keen on people,
Well, he's not naked, is he? I
undressed.
mean, he's wearing long johns.
Yeah, that flap looks like it's falling down. And I don't think he's that far away from flashing a lot of people.
What are you doing peeking, little lady?
How many buttons have you got left on that thing?
Andy reaches into his go bag.
Nice.
In the back of the Jeep, pulls out a pair of stretchy jogging pants and throws them over.
Brilliant.
That'd be better.
Do these have the glow stripe down the side? Just wondering. Actually, I think he probably would have. I think he probably would have gone for something more subtle.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's not. Doesn't want to be probably like just a speckly grey colour.
Yeah, absolutely. The cheapest ones you can buy on Walmart. Got it.
Yeah, exactly.
I passed I passed the pants back to the guy that threw them at me, and I go, if it's all right with you, I think I'll take my chances.
Okay.
Well, they've been warned.
Anyway, you didn't see us, and we weren't here, right?
Yeah.
So Roscoe's striding off. Is everyone following him?
So as you get to the, there's a hard surface along the edge of this packed street. You're not quite sure what's the composition of the road itself, but is hard. Not only that, the walkway that's beside it is hard as well, and you immediately lose the tracks. You'll need to go onto the other side and maybe have a chance to see it there, but you have a nagging suspicion that as soon as the debtors realize that they could utilize these type of things to avoid leaving traces, they would have.
Have you gone up or down the street?
So Chase wants to say farewell to everyone, and he turns to Grace because she was the first one there. He goes, Grace, my dear, it's been an absolute pleasure. If you need our assistances, you can find us at the nearest ale house. And then he turns to Fish and Andy and, well, the other three. And he goes, I didn't catch your name, I don't think. The name's Chase Belvoir, pronounced Beaver. And it's been an absolute pleasure, but we must get on. Does anybody...
Roscoe's going to check the other side of the road and see if he can find any...
Yeah, you can go ahead and make me a survival roll.
Any tracks. Andy...
I'll do it on this side of the road.
Yeah.
Whilst I'm waiting for Margaret or...
Ooh, that's unusual. You are struck with a bit of vertigo as you bend over to do that. And it gives you a level of fatigue. Chase,
No,
you don't see
much better.
anything on your side either.
No.
However, you do have the option to burn bennies if you choose.
I go to... no, I think what they've done is they've basically just gone straight onto whatever that is. So I put my foot on it tentatively. I know Roscoe's just walked straight across it to the other side, but I don't know what the hell that is. So I'm like tapping it with my foot, and then I'm walking around it, and I'm trying to delay just in case Grace or Margaret happen to say something about the name that's just been offered. In such proximity to the hanging tree.
We don't know of any. I don't think it was connected with a particular name, was it, the hanging tree? Or was it?
Yep.
Think so.
Was it?
Yep.
I don't remember that.
Oh.
Yep.
My brain's not remembering it.
I'm pretty
That's how
sure.
I knew that somehow we were going to end up in this exact predicament.
So
Because he dropped the
what do we
names.
know? What do we know? Come on.
Okay, so
think we
I don't
did.
think Fish was there. I think Margaret and Gracie were there, and basically it was either Margaret or somebody else who told them of the law of the hanging tree, which is back in the day there was a
Man
woman,
with no trousers who was hung there.
man
More
with
than
no
that.
trousers who was hung there
I don't
because he
remember
was
any more than that.
bewitched. Because he was bewitched by a woman, and until he made amends, he would always lose his trousers at night. And somebody asked if there was a name for it, and the name was Chase. And I think there was also a surname, but yeah.
I don't remember that bit.
There may have been a, if the name was not said, the definite key kicker here was the voodoo lady who had been wronged, allegedly cursed him. He would never sleep well and would always lose his trousers because he had left his trousers in her place when he slipped out the window and ran away. And he was to come himself and put his head through the noose
He was. That's what I remember. I remember those bits.
That
I
would be
remember
the
that.
only thing that would break the curse.
Yes.
Okay.
Didn't
So
have to
Margaret-
hang here. He just had to come here and put his head through the noose.
So Margaret, when she hears the name,
Oh yeah, she'll.
looks at the hanging tree, looks at Chase. Then she looks at Andy, and Andy's looking at her, and he shakes his head and he says, "Preserve the timeline."
Stomp. Okay, I think it's friendly. And Chase steps onto the tarmac road and joins Roscoe and says, "There's nothing else on there. So where would they have gone?"
Now, one of the nice things is your new friends are probably already thinking of all sorts of solutions because of the time they live in. I think that will be interesting to see. I think that you've mentioned debtors, that they may have names, that you guys know how to research. You guys can dig at the magic a little bit. You guys can you can reach out to your network to see if anyone's seen anything. There's all sorts of things you guys can do. I'm really interested to see what happens, but not until I come back from going to the restroom. So if you guys don't mind, we're going to pause right here and we will come back in just a minute to the most confusing episode that has ever been aired. Okay.
Looking for the ultimate gear to show off your style? Check out our brand new merchandise store. From premium t-shirts and hoodies featuring custom artwork to high-quality mugs and apparel for the entire family, including the kids, we've got something for everyone. Grab yours today and gear up. Tap the link to shop the collection now.
All right. The strange group of people standing near the hanging tree and moving towards the road are talking amongst themselves. I'm going to put us on the ETU map just so we've got this cluster of people around the area with the trees. We do have the Jeep that's there, Margaret's Jeep, as we were talking about what their next steps are. I just thought we'd give this as a background for you guys to be able to think. All right?
Right. So Chase stops just as he gets to, after he speaks to Roscoe, and he turns around and he says to the others, "Do you by chance happen to have a map of the area? I'm pretty certain that
hang on 2 seconds.
that the ground
Grace.
has changed."
Grace will pull up on her phone. Yeah,
Oh
I've got a
my.
map.
Get that goddamn
Why, what did you
wizardry witchy shit away from me. What the hell
It's
is
a
that?
phone. It's a phone. Have you ever seen a
Phone.
phone before? Well, actually, no. I suppose if you're from 1883, you wouldn't have seen one of these, would you? It's a phone. It's a
No.
device of today that's very useful and has lots of information inside it.
Okay. So he comes
Where
on
did you wanna
over
go?
and he pulls a gun out, but he opens it. Okay. And he empties the bullets out, and he's walking over to you, and he's like blowing down the thing, looks up, and then he rotates the barrel, and then he pops the bullets back in, and then he closes it up and he reholsters it, and then he does his left one, and he does exactly the same. And as he comes close to you, Grace, he's literally got the bullets in one hand and he's doing everything else with the other. So the gun's now the second gun is now in his left hand, and he's pissing about with the gun, making sure that it's working all okay. Whereas the first time he had the gun in his right hand and the bullets in the left. That just happens to be how he like drew the guns out of the holsters, and basically he inspects it, puts the bullets back in, and he goes, "Well, I think the guns might work, but yeah, I'll fire one off."
Maybe best not to do that around here.
And then he turns around and says to Grace, "So, can you show me where we are on that screen thing?"
She'll zoom in and
You said
show
it was
them.
a telephone.
Indeed. It's
Okay.
telephone and it's many things. It's a device that
So what?
has access and gives us a great deal of information. Very useful. She'll pull it up. Pull up the
It
map
gives
with
you
the
information
cameras.
as well.
Oh yes, lots of information.
Can you find the Wayland gang on the map?
She's going to look across at Fish. Fish, you got your laptop on you? Any chance you could see if there's any
No, I've got
information
my
from?
phone. You didn't say you needed the laptop as well.
You normally have it in your backpack.
Yeah, that's in the dorm room.
Okay, hang on 2 seconds. Andy, any chance you got your laptop in your car?
No, I was going for a
Yeah, but you've
date.
been to the library. You'd been to the library to do some research, and then you'd gone on a date. Had you gone back home and got changed and everything, or had you just clambered in the car and gone off to a date? Is what I'm asking that out of character. Okay. Any chance you have
okay,
your laptop?
Andy's
No.
backpack is in the back of the Jeep.
All right. So why don't you just randomize it? Give yourself 50% chance you brought your laptop along.
I mean, mine could be in the back of
Fish turns
Nessie,
round
but
and-
I'd have to go over to Nessie and get it.
D4,
Fish
3
turns
or
round
4,
to,
3 or 4, he brought the laptop. No, he didn't
Fish
bring the
turns around
laptop.
and says to Gracie, "Did you not have a laptop? Did you not have your laptop?"
Oh, God, fine. I can go back to my room and get it. Since my room's just literally across the road. At 31.
Yeah. Convenient. Quite
Yeah,
handy.
nice and convenient. Nice and convenient. 2 seconds,
Hey,
guys. Yeah,
Chase
I'll
follows
run
you.
and get it.
Chase follows you. You run, he runs.
Wait, where are you going? Andy says,
Grace,
you can't
Grace
follow a
runs
woman into
way
her dorm,
faster.
into the dorm room.
Especially not dressed like that.
Mm-hmm.
Chase just does not recognise that anyone is speaking to him, so he's going where the map's going.
Nice.
Grace is going to give her phone to Andy. And she says, show him the map and where he is. I'll go get my laptop and I'll have to see if we've got any information at all coming up
Andy,
on the
Andy
network,
pulls up.
campus network, see if there's anybody seen any sightings of these guys anywhere.
Andy pulls up the map on his phone, waves it in front of Chase's face like a bloody pinata, distracts him. Look, shiny! And Grace can take her own phone and run off.
Now, I actually don't need to go to my campus room, dorm room. I've actually only got to go to Nessie because I've gone and done the research with Dr. Elisaro.
Okay.
Elisaro. And then I'd gone to the vets to pick up the raccoon.
Well, Nessie will be probably just in this corner of the parking lot, won't it?
Yeah, she will. That's where I would try and park her nice and close to... So she'll nip to Nessie and grab her back rucksack, which will give her a great deal of opportunity to get some other bits and pieces for other people as well.
Okay.
Some gear.
So tell us a little bit about what you're getting.
So I'm going to pick up my own rucksack. Well, actually, no, I would have had my rucksack with me. So I would have, because I had Nessie. I had Batty with me, and I had my taser with me. So I'd have had my main rucksack with me. But I want to go and get other bits and pieces. I want to go and get the first aid rucksack, because I've got a feeling these guys, if they're going to start shooting off weaponry all over the place, there could be a certain amount of bloodshed going on. So I would like to get that. Basically, I kind of want to get away from them and try and just check through what I've got on me and pick up as much gear as I can get. So I believe there's a certain crossbow. Somebody's repeating crossbow in the back of Nessie. Is there not, Andy?
It is, yes.
And
So she
Fish's
wants to get
compound
that.
bow.
So she wants to go and get that. So basically, I would like to try and get across to our...
Why not drive over? Drive Nessie back.
Nessie,
Yeah, I
I
can do
think,
that.
is in that little parking lot that's sort of covered up by your Jeep at the moment. Nope,
No,
not the parking lot, the
no,
one
that's
just
building
south of it.
32. Yep.
Just south of it. Yeah.
No.
This one.
It's just yeah. That's it. That's
Just right
exactly
there.
where she is. Yep.
Okay.
Nessie's there. So basically, she's going to jump into Nessie and bring Nessie round.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am perfectly happy
Okay.
with that.
And basically, yeah. Equally, if we do have to transport these folks somewhere, they ain't fitting in a 2-door Jeep. Even though the picture there shows it as a 4-door, it isn't a 4-door, it's a 2-door Jeep. And it's going to be a bit cramped.
Very cool.
So
are you pull back around? So for the heroic cowpokes, how are you? You see her sort of sprint across to a row of these infernal devices. Get in one. It turns on, lights come on, and she brings it back around and stops sort of on that street, right where you have Chase on one side down by Building 31, and you have a man rounds the corner, Building 31.
well, I think you'll notice, actually, if you have a little look, that Building 32 cuts off their view of what she would be doing in the car park. Underneath the Jeep.
Very good.
Underneath the Jeep, there is Building 32, and they wouldn't have seen what she was doing in the car park.
That
so she's
is
just come suddenly
absolutely
around
fair.
the corner.
She just comes around the corner in the land shark and pulls up behind the Jeep.
Yep.
Right is about the time that campus security guard Leroy Tonkin comes around the backside of Building 31 and says, "You guys can't stay parked over there."
No problem. Leroy, just picking up some guys to go to a party. Halloween party.
Yep. Oh, that's a mighty fine costume you've got there, cowpoke. He says to to Roscoe.
Roscoe looks at him and says, yeah, sure.
Got to work on that accent, though. You need to sound a little more Western, a little more yeehaw. Hey, oh, there's more of you. Look at that. Okay, that's some, very. I like your outfit, ma'am. He tips his security guard baseball cap.
Grace will go, yeah, I think they went to Pine Box Pawn and got some gear from Yoda. He's definitely supplied them with some funky gear, hasn't he?
That man's got some strange stuff. I have to tell you about the time I got a stopwatch. That's for another day.
Okay.
I know Christine's going to write that down. That'll go on his OneNote page, and I will have an adventure to write. No, I'm writing this down for myself. So anyway, he just is going to start just walking by you guys, and we'll move sort of down the sidewalk towards the past the intersection, and he's going to go walk past some of those other parking lots and down and around by the football field. He's just doing some rounds on the campus.
Grace gives her laptop to Fish. Says, Fish, can you do some searches on the internet and see if we've got any information? Any guys who happen to have seen and sent in some information to Glenn Mack, maybe, of weird gangs that they've seen trundling around campus? Maybe.
Yep. Yeah, sure.
So she hands her laptop to him.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Just give me a
logs
little,
in.
little research roll.
Oh, shit. Hang on. Wrong one.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Fish's research is D6 as well.
Yeah, but you don't have that level of fatigue.
Yeah, you don't.
That
Yeah,
is
Chase
true.
got- Why has
Which
Chase
was a
got a level of
success.
fatigue?
It's a good question. Did I give you guys all level of fatigue for coming through the tree? I don't
Because
think so.
I got a critical fail on my
Yes,
survival,
you did.
and that's why I was on the ground looking at blades of grass.
That's right. This is the second, and we had 2 critical fails on those rolls that are assuming is something to do with their coming through the trees. So Charles gets
Charles
himself a success, and
Yay!
there is there are several notes on the message board for seeing spooky things. Most of them you can immediately dismiss as just cranks who are thinking it's funny to report people who are wearing Halloween costumes going to Halloween parties and putting it on this board as though it was some sort of funny, and they take pictures of them and everything else.
I'll delete all of those.
Are
Any
any
chance-
of the... Go ahead.
Yeah, any chance that any of those pictures are of about 13 cowpokes?
Yes. There is one.
Excellent.
A young lady by the name of Mandy Pumpkin.
Mandy Pumpkin.
Tomkin.
Pumpkin.
Who I think Fish has met at one of the Tau Zeta parties. She's a sorority sister, but he just doesn't remember immediately which sorority she's in. But evidently, their sorority party was just recently interrupted by 8 cowpokes. These are grown men. Came into our swimming pool and walked through and headed into Pine Box.
Okay. So where are they on the map?
So
Thank you.
I would need to take you over to the Pine Box map and ask Christine where the fraternity row was again that we had set up. I think we had set it up above number 10 here. Is that correct?
Indeed, that is, yes, that is where the fraternities and sororities are. That
Yep.
row above. So between the trees and the road. Yep. That row.
So they would have
Right.
last seen going through the Timber Creek, Whiskey Creek Apartments.
Okay. So obviously Fish knows that. Chase is looking over Fish's shoulder.
Mhm.
Does he see the picture?
Boy. Where's the hanging tree compared to where she was in pool? What's the pool? Like in a water?
Mm-hmm.
Like with fish in it?
there's the picture that's there shows multiple men in leather dusters looking very grim. Some of them have rifles slung over their shoulders. Some of them have their pistols on open display. None of them
I
are
see faces.
Yeah,
It's
and
them,
they
isn't
don't
it?
look nearly as deaderish as you remember. They look much more aliverish. It's a little bit weird. It looks like the hollows of their cheeks have filled out. It looks like their eyes are bright.
Okay. I explained that to Roscoe and Sarah.
Yep, and right there in the front, you see heartless
But it's
Jim
definitely
Wayland.
them.
Oh, you
Definitely
recognize her. You definitely recognize heartless Jim Wayland.
Fish basically goes, look, this is where and he draws a line from where the swimming pool was and where the hanging tree is. And yeah, that's what he does.
How long ago was Grace goes, how long ago was the report that came in, Fish? What's the date on the picture? Timestamp on the picture?
Ooh, he scrolled back a bit to get to this. This is about 3 hours ago. So about 5:45 time
They
frame.
won't be there anymore.
5:45. Right. So what's going in a straight line? What's down there? What's down past where the swimming pool is?
Well, on the other side of the road are those apartments.
Okay, but
Trees
if
and
we take the
forest.
apartments out of the way,
You're looking at walking through sort of the residential area that's the top part of Feinbach's, and then you'd eventually hit the road, the secondary road that runs up through campus. And beyond that, there's
tracks.
forest.
right?
And train tracks, and then
Over the train tracks into the forest. And then if you carry on down through the forest, you go past and you go over another road, which is taking you out of town. And then if you carry on past that, you'll go past more train track, because there's a train track that goes on across there.
Is there any way, young'un, of getting rid of all the roads and all the buildings? Just leave everything out as it is, like all the grass, the river, the trees. Just get rid of everything else. Can you do that? Just get rid of everything. There's too much clutter.
What does Fish say to that?
Fish
fish.
brings up an up-to-date geographical map, which has those lines on it to say about how high it goes and all the rest of it. It's the only thing that he's got that he can think of.
A relief map.
Yeah, one of those. And Chase. Well, I don't know what the lines are, but that's better. Right. Okay. So whereabouts is the
relief maps are old.
Old. Yeah.
Old. Yeah.
Chase would have seen relief maps.
Yep.
Yeah. 1774.
Yep.
Okay.
So
he goes, that's better. I can read them.
That.
Right, so whereabouts are we on this map? There, right, okay. And they were last seen, and he points to there. Right, okay. So I'm thinking oh shit. Okay. I'm thinking they're going for the sheriff's house.
Sheriff's
Kill
house
the
not down
sheriff.
there.
Kill the sheriff. Then they're the law in the town.
That would be exactly the type of thing that maybe. Who says that? Is that Fish saying that?
That's Chase.
Chase
Says that.
Okay,
He's worked that out from basically the alignment of the hanging tree to where they were seen, and yeah, because they would know where they were hung, and they would know an exact a direct line straight to the town.
They weren't hung. They weren't hung there, Fish.
I thought they were.
No.
I thought they were hung by the townspeople.
Yes, but that was in a different state. I think that was in either New Mexico or wherever we set that. It wasn't Texas.
Oh.
But they were hung by the
Oh, it
townspeople.
was. Okay, sorry. In which case,
I thought they were hung by the neck.
Very good.
but that's what I would do. I'd go straight to the sheriff, kill him, and then take over the town. It's either that or now that they've got some meat on their faces, they might have some meat in their trousers. In which case, they might be looking for some lady love. And he turns to Andy and he says, where's the nearest saloon with the whores?
Grace laughs.
Sorry, the what? The saloon?
What?
Not too many
house
saloons round here. Oh, there's lots of places you can get a drink. Yeah,
That has
provided
whores?
you're over 20. Provided you're over 21, of course. How does Chase take that one?
That's interesting.
I think I'm a little older. I know my looks make me look so young and charming.
I believe they reserve the right to refuse to serve anyone not wearing pants.
And then I ask for ID. Have you got any ID on you? So that's Grace asking that question. Any ID
It's
on
true,
you?
they will ask you for ID.
If there's questionable, if they're not sure what age, your age is, they'll ask you for ID. Do you have ID? Didn't think you had.
I go through my my backpack, and I've got a letter. Is it still there, or is it crumpled?
Oh, you got a letter. Sure.
Okay. No, but I've got this notice of acquittal. It's got my name on it and the date.
Grace is going to come over and have a look at it. Wow. Not sure any bartender is going to accept that as ID. Hate to tell you this. They're going to think it's a practical joke. And they're going to laugh you out of the place. That isn't getting you a drink in this place. And if you're, if these guys that you're following, if these guys you're following, if these guys you're following are in the same situation as you are with their ID, they aren't getting in there either. So I wouldn't have thought a saloon or a bar is going to be where they're going to end up. They could well end up at the jail, arrested. Maybe we should take you into town.
The piece of paper up, and after trying for 3 times to stop the young lady from talking, when she finally stops, he goes, "You want ID?" And he brings out his pistol and he goes, "There's your ID. They won't give a shit. they will go into that saloon and they will start shooting anyone who stops them. You don't understand how serious these guys are. And it's a damn good job, Missy, that you came across the 3 of us and not the 6 of them. Or how many is there? 12?
8.
13.
8. Completely
27.
wrong.
94.
And the 8 of them, because the story would be completely different.
So you think
He
they'll have
spins
gone
his
to
gun and
somewhere
he puts
to
it
get a
back in the
drink?
holster.
Okay,
You
so
see,
where's the
they're sorry,
Go ahead.
sir. It's either going to be the sheriff or the saloon and the whores. And like I said, as they've now got meat on their face, they've more than likely got their meat back on their nether regions. So they'll be wanting to exercise that as soon as possible.
Which probably means they've
What have
ended
you
up at the ye oldie Red Lion.
Love it. Let's go there.
Yeah.
That's probably going to be the first one they come across.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
I look at Roscoe and Sarah and I go, shall we? And I think
I haven't heard much from Sarah for a bit.
And I think we might need to take
Sarah's
these
staring at the
young'uns with
sky.
us.
She can't stop staring at the sky. She's just absolutely lost for words. Is Andy watching her at all? Is he
I think so. I think either Andy or Margaret will notice that she's doing that.
She's just absolutely mesmerized watching this play of light that's going on above her. Watching it darting across and just doesn't stop staring at it.
Chase walks over to Sarah and starts messing about with Roger. And Fish just
leave
looks.
Roger alone.
And Fish just looks and goes, "Ow! Ow!"
Okay, if you folks, Andy says, if you folks want to get in the car, we can give you a lift to where they were last seen. You might be able to pick up the trail from there.
That would be mildly kind. I think we might need your assistance a hell of a lot more than that. We're in a world that's the same, but different. I can tell by your faces you don't know what a saloon with the whores are. So I'm taking it that that's not a thing in 2026. So
I understand what a saloon with whores are. I'm saying they don't. Yeah, I mean, prostitutes, yes, they exist.
well, that's a fancy name.
Oh, that's a good question, actually, Anthony. Legalized brothels in Texas.
Nope.
There we go. So, yeah, legal brothels are illegal now. And saloons are basically called bars.
Okay.
Which is short for a bar room, which I believe is a term you may understand.
I think you three are real nice, and I think we need you more at the moment than you need us.
So how about you get in the car and we'll go? I mean, you're saying time is a factor. Let's go. We're standing around talking about things. Let's go.
Oh, I think
we'll help as we can.
What does Roscoe say? I think Roscoe would probably second that. Is that right?
Yeah, Roscoe goes over to the car, looks at the door, grabs hold of the handle, opens it, and gets in.
Perfect. Okay, which car are you
I say
in?
to,
Oh, hang on. Time out. What? By any chance, does Roscoe get into the driver's side?
No. Roscoe understands how a coach works,
Yeah.
and that the driver sits up front and the passengers sit in the back. So he's going to sit in the back.
Okay. Is this Nessie or is
Basically
it the
looking
Jeep?
at probably the Jeep, because that's where this guy called Andy came from,
Got it.
and he seems to have his head screwed on.
Got it.
How's
And
he
there
gonna-
is another open seat there. Go ahead.
Well, no, because that brings up the question of that's a 2-door. So he's going to have to know how to move that seat
is it a 2-door?
forward. It's a 2-door. Ignore the picture. It's always been described as being just a 2-door with a soft top.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought it was I was looking at the picture.
Yeah,
Sorry
the
about
picture
that.
does show a 4-door, but it's not. It's a 2-door.
Oh, in that case,
With a
he's
soft top.
going to go to Nessie.
Okay.
Okay.
as
And
I'm
slide
standing
into
next to
that.
Sarah,
Yeah.
I'm going to just
Bench
quietly say to Sarah, God, it's like there's 2 Roscoes. Come on, let's go.
Okay.
And
Grace looks over at this young lady with the raccoon. She thinks to herself, okay. Right, and then she heads back over to Nessie and goes to get into the driver's seat to follow the Jeep to wherever it is we're going to head to.
Yeah.
Right.
So Andy's going to go with Margaret.
Okay. And I think that probably if you are moving around to the driver's seat of Nessie, my gut instinct is that Sarah might be moving towards the passenger door.
Okay.
Thoughts?
I don't mind whether I'm on the Jeep or Nessie.
Okay, so you just
But
saw
Fish
that
is in Nessie.
Yep. You saw 2 of the you saw Sarah get up front and Roscoe get in back of the sort of silvery long infernal machine.
Mm-hmm.
You saw that the young lady called Grace has gotten into the position that seems to have a steering wheel, boat wheel type of device. So she's probably driving that. You saw that the guy
Grace
called
will go
Andy
in
and the
Nessie.
blonde girl. Okay.
Okay, but Fish isn't getting in that Nessie with a fucking badger.
Fair enough.
So he'll be with Andy and Margaret.
Very good. So, Grace, you have the 3 cowpokes plus the raccoon,
I do.
and that we affectionately call Roger, and you'll find out surely soon enough that that's exactly what his name is. And the other 3, Andy, Margaret, and Fish, are in the Jeep as you guys head south.
Did you guys take your weaponry out of the back of Nessie and claim it? You're repeating crossbow and
Sure, why not?
Yeah, sure.
Let's just let that have happened.
Well, if it didn't happen, then when we get where we're going, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. At the moment, my bow is in Nessie.
Okay. Fair enough.
So these deaders you're following, does Grace have any questions about them? Researchable things like names, stuff like that you might be able to get out of these cowpokes while you're driving along? That someone in the other vehicle could be typing away on a computer? Just
so
a thought.
basically, Grace basically phones Fish, and she says, "Fish, talk to this nice fella here, and basically she turns around to the guy behind her, and before she drives off, turns around to the guy behind her. She goes, which is going to be Roscoe, I think, is behind her.
Yeah.
She's going to hand the phone to Roscoe and say, just talk into this, give him names of people, and he will research them and find out for us the latest information that is available on those names. So just give him a list of names. He will slow you down and tell you to wait, but he'll talk to you through this device. And she passes it over. It's a bit like your telegraph type systems, but it's quicker and more in person. So if you just talk to him, Fish, say something. So she's going to hand the phone over. Okay. There you go. That's Fish. Just talk to him and give him names of this posse that he's looking.
Hello, can you hear me? This is Roscoe.
Yep. Loud and fine.
Sorry, did you set it to
Speaker?
Oh,
speaker? Yeah.
I assume so.
Yeah, let's assume so. Okay. The debtors we are looking for are. Take it away, Anthony.
All right. So the first name that is, of course, the name of the gang itself, the Wayland gang. There is Jim Wayland, known by his nickname of Heartless, Jim Heartless Wayland. And I can give you the others if you would like, or I can. So there's.
Well, let's do some research on that first. I would say probably the most likely to. If it's his gang, and we might get a biggest clue from him.
Very good. So I need a research roll from Fish. Is that it?
No.
Okay.
That was the previous one. There
we go. 11.
Yay!
You got a raise. Go ahead, Andy.
No, that's okay. Right.
Okay. I thought you were telling me something you was going to do. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you pull up a Wikipedia article about the Jim Wayland gang. It just pops up immediately at the top of your list, so you take a glance at it. And he was known to ride with 8 desperados. There is a debtor called Mac the Mumbler. Finley was his last name, and a debtor, John Black, well, not debtor, excuse me, that term is not in there. A desperado by the name of John Black as his nickname, Hart, John Hart. There is a desperado called Double-Barreled Daryl Hogan, and then Johnny Poison Warner, and Clever Vincent Fleming, and Joel Spider Fisher. Dynamite Adam Morton was the last of the group, and evidently the second in command. As you run down, there's a string of farm murders where they've come into some isolated farm, killed the folks, taken all their stuff. There's a couple of bank robberies. There's some clashes with the law. There's actually a small blurb, because you got a raise, in which a renowned gunslinger by the name of Chase Belvoir lost his eye in a fist fight with Heartless Jim Wayland. And the story of that came from a tavern in Kansas City, Missouri, where evidently an elderly Chance Belvoir would hang out and tell stories of the Old West to press people who would turn it into serialized stories and reports and cartoon books and things like that. And the death of the group was reported at one point, but then disputed later. Supposedly they were all hung in a town on the backside of Kansas, but then there were reports of them operating again. There's reports of them in Texas and other locations, and the whereabouts of their final resting places is unknown.
What's referencing it to Pine Box? Any mention of Pine Box?
Let me see. With that, I think with that 11, let me think what might have. They did. They robbed the bank in Pine Box. It was one of the places they did a bank robbery.
Okay.
Is that bank still around?
Ooh, that's a really good question. I think the building is no longer the bank. It is actually a set of nice little restaurants and a bookstore, not a bookstore, a jewelry shop. But across from it is a more modern First National Bank, Pine Box. And we'll place that down somewhere near 11 on the map.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, we can do that in the...
And your better map. Very good.
Yep. We can do it in the square that's below Maryland's bookshop.
Sounds good.
There's a nice little, what looks like a shopping mall type area with something on the side of it. So
Perfect.
It would be rather good. So just below Maryland's.
Yep, I think you guys have driven by and seen the old sign up on the building, Bank of Pine Box, and the date being like 18 whatever, and that's where there's a nicer restaurant that you guys haven't frequented just because it's so expensive and it's more a couples night out type of thing. And there's a jewelry store in there. I think there's probably a small art gallery. Some of the locals put stuff in there. Oh, I've got another story. Okay. Okay. So if you don't mind taking all that information down, Christine, I will try to assimilate that at some point in the near future, as you always do. Okay. So that's some interesting information.
Rob wants to talk.
I bet he does.
He's waving.
I am sorry. I'm on another map. I'm not seeing your video right now because I'm on my one computer.
I say thank you very much, Roscoe, for that information. By the way, what's your surname, Roscoe?
Trafton.
Pardon?
Trafton.
Drafton. Okay, so thank you very much. And all you hear is some clicking away and what have you. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, they did they robbed a bank in Pine Box. Okay, and I want to look for Roscoe Drafton.
Ooh, all right.
And Chase Belvoir. Are there any pictures? Is there any information with reference to his glorious life, his many achievements, etc., etc.? Basically, I want a picture and I want a date of when this hero was around. Let's confirm
Absolutely.
who he is.
Okay, I would like a research roll, and this one's going to be at -2 because it's just obscure. Come on, knock it out of the park.
17.
Look at that.
Oh.
Boom, boom, boom. That is so nice. Okay, this is knocked out of the park. Now, what I am being cornered into doing is possibly talking about
Now,
an
I will
alternate
say, just so you, because
timeline.
you can't see it, I don't think, but Andy is also raising his
Sorry, I did have a point, which is obviously
Please.
this is not the same universe.
Yes. So these are
Any history of Roscoe Trafton is not going to be the same Roscoe Trafton.
absolutely. So I won't feel as bad about throwing out some interesting things.
Mhm.
I think that you find that Roscoe Trafton was one of the founding members of an organization called the agency that worked for the federal government in tracking down desperados and bandits across the backside of the West at a federal level. Had many adventures, including a time in Deadwood and a time where they went up to the Cascades in the Pacific Northwest and captured some desperados up there. There's mentions of him in Texas. And what you find interesting is he lived to a ripe old age. He actually made it to 101. He was married to someone called Sarah and took his last name. There's not a picture, but they purchased a small ranch outside of Pine Box, Texas.
Ooh.
Okay. And the picture is accurate for Roscoe that's currently in Nessie.
It's so the picture you've got, the old-timey picture, is of two people standing in front of a very modest log cabin. It looks like they've posed for this picture. It's and they are absolutely, ramrod straight, no smiles, as our older pictures tend to be, and it does look remarkably like that. And
Okay. Does Sarah
Is there a
look like
raccoon
the
in the
Sarah
picture?
that's in the car?
Yep. With the 17,
Okay.
you can see that sitting over on the porch of the house, very small and grainy, is a raccoon.
Okay. And I'll go back to the Wayland gang, and I'll click on the link for Chase Belvoir. And what does it come up with? Does it come up with a picture of the guy that looks similar to who's in Nessie?
Yeah, there's a picture of this guy sitting in a saloon. It appears he's much older than the Chase that's in the car behind you. He has a nasty wound across his face that he has one eye covered with a patch. And he can tell in the picture, it's been taken obliquely from the side, that he is talking with his hands and animatedly.
Is he wearing trousers?
Probably a raccoon injury.
Yeah. The shot is from the waist up, so you're unable to tell if he's wearing pantaloons.
Okay. So as far as Fish can tell, the three people that are currently with Grace are who they said they are. Excellent. That's good.
Very interesting.
So at least they're being honest about us. So over the phone, Fish says, "Yeah, I've got an awful lot on the Wayland gang. My God, they look like a bunch of inbred Egypts. They're vicious. If they wanted some food and what have you, they would just go to a farmstead, kill the owners, and take the food. They've done bank robberies. They've actually robbed a bank in Pine Box. And I've got on here that they've all died, but then there's also reports after their death of them being seen in Texas, Kansas City. Allegedly, they're finally put to rest, but nobody knows their final resting place.
So all of you hear that in that car as it is on speakerphone.
Any other connections to Pine Box? Anything that they might be aiming for? Because I take it Fish has not told us the information that he's found out about these 3 people in the back of Nessie for me. I mean, he's obviously reassured himself, but I don't think he's actually told Grace any of this information, has he?
No, none of that's come over the phone.
Yeah, exactly. But Grace knows nothing about this ranch or anything else. Is there any guidance to what we should be aiming for?
I mean, they have robbed a bank in Pine Box, so it could be that they might be going for that. But I do believe that the bank that is no longer in the same place. So the bank's moved. I think maybe Chase may be right with reference to going after either the bar or the sheriff. But hopefully, if they go for the sheriff's or the police station, they'll see that they're outmanned and outgunned, so they'll walk away from that. But yeah, they have no regard for the law whatsoever.
Okay, we turned up where we going? Yeah,
So you are parked outside of a sorority house. Is that correct? Are you going into Pine Box? I think you decided to go to a sorority house.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I need to. So forgive me for not having their Greek letters immediately available. I will get that to you shortly. Go ahead.
We don't really need that because it's not going to be a combat situation, is it? So,
nope, but I will.
We don't even need the house or the pool or anything. We can do that theatre of the mind.
Absolutely. So go ahead and tell me how this happens. By the way, there are parties all down this row. Tons of kids out. There is a police cruiser that is parked across the street from one of the houses, just sort of sitting there, probably waiting for finally somebody to call in some sort of noise complaint or something so they can go in. But there are plenty of kids moving from house to house, and most of them are in costume from some of the parties. You know that Tau Zeta has a big one tomorrow night on Halloween night.
Yeah. So Fish jumps out of... sorry, go on.
Sorry, quick question. Does the sorority have security cameras out front?
Ooh. I think
ring doorbell or something like that.
Absolutely think it does.
Fish, do you want to see? Can we see if we can get some footage of these guys? Maybe find out where they went, which direction they went.
Yep.
9.
Very good.
That's a raise. So I do a nice little bit of on their router. Find a ring doorbell. It's not actually a ring, but it's similar. And,
I think it's. Go ahead.
And they've left it wide open. So so now I'm looking at the memory card, and bingo, there it is. I've got it.
So you're in.
So yeah, I'm in. I can see the footage, and I know exactly which way down the road they go.
Yeah, so we got the time stamp from the posting of when the picture was taken, and
So what you have is a view out of the front door of this house. What'd you roll for your research roll? Or your hacking?
I did a hacking 9.
Yeah,
9.
So it's a raise. Yeah.
Okay, so you find that actually there's a couple of cameras that are out over the back patio. And out there is a barbecue grill. There's a large stone patio that runs out from the back of this house. And there's a decent size kidney-shaped pool with a diving board, looks like a fairly significant deep end. And you can see a group of these desperados come out of the trees and move towards the back fence, which is a wooden fence that's, I'd say it's not a big privacy fence because it sort of backs towards the woods. So about waist high, and they clamber over and move through the crowd, it looks like, into the house.
So, quick question. So the street that we're on runs east-west, yeah?
Mm-hmm. So they came
and the
from...
sorority is north of the street?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So they came, yeah. I've hopped over the fence, went into the house. So is any sign of them leaving?
Okay. There is not.
Oh.
The house is Gamma Lambda Iota. The Gamma Lambs. So there, you guys now have that tucked away in your heads for when I bring them up again.
Ding dongs, as we know them.
Exactly. Yes, I think. Yeah, a lot of pretty girls.
Okay, so they've not left the house.
That's what it looks like, at least as the cameras. It looks like they have the 2 cameras out back and the 1 Ring doorbell. The Ring doorbell does show a vehicle leaving from the garage.
From the garage.
How big of it?
And a big SUV.
Big SUV.
So not big enough
that
take them all.
They could all get in there, plus have a...
So they may have taken someone hostage.
There is that possibility. Or they're still in the house.
Well, they're still in it, yeah.
There could be a couple of them still in the house. The main gang's gone to wherever it is they want to go.
Who's saying that?
Grace is saying that.
Grace is saying that, okay.
If they were still in the house, I think we probably would have been screams, alerts, all sorts
Grace
of things.
is sitting there shaking her head.
Is the party still going on?
Somebody sticks a gun in my face, I'm probably going to keep reasonably quiet if they tell me to.
You've pulled up in front of the Gamma Lamb house, and you can still hear music. There's people that have just come out of it and are moving across to another fraternity that's just across the way to go see what that party's up to. And it looks like the party is still ongoing. It doesn't look it's quite as
my
big
bet's
as
on the car. My bet's on the car. Which way did the car go?
You saw it back out, and you saw it turn back towards what would be where you came from, back towards the crossroads where you can go to the right down into town, or left up towards the university. So you can't tell exactly where they went there, but you can tell that they went that direction.
Is there traffic lights at that junction, or is it a signposted junction?
That is going to be a four-way stop sign.
Four-way stop sign. Okay.
Holy crap. I've now done something in this universe that I'll screw up later on, and Christine will go, "That's a four-way stop sign."
What you don't know is she's busy adding all of the traffic furniture to the map.
Exactly.
Sorry. The road continues straight over the
Yes, it does.
train lines.
Yes, it does.
Now that is probably a monitored junction with cameras.
Yep.
Most train junctions are monitored.
Yep.
Sorry, I've got a tickle in my throat now. I do apologise. So out of character, I am saying...
We catch the hint. Go ahead.
But yeah, Grace says, Fish, any chance there's cameras on that train junction? Can you pull up anything there from... See if that vehicle goes past again?
Can have a look.
Okay.
Nope.
It appears the camera is damaged. And it appears the camera was damaged not that long ago. Because you can find footage from before and after, but you can't find any, like right now.
Okay.
Not from before and after, from before.
Who's the
You just can't find it.
who's the head honcho with this Gamma Llama?
Okay. Holly Ridgway.
Okay. Is there a picture on the uni students?
No, I need to turn on light in this room. I'm sure I'm really dark on that. Second.
You are, but you've been dark all night, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I might know where you're going. If we can work out who's missing, we might be able to track their phone.
Ooh. I see what you're saying. So I think... so are you guys going to approach the party, and who all is coming, and who all is going to... I mean, if you think about everyone who's in the car, and I don't know if our Old West friends are going to sit there and wait or not. Let's see what happens. You guys tell me.
Do we have a... Can I find this girl, this woman on the uni students?
Who? Holly Ridgway?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so now I know who I'm looking for. Right. I'll go. Stay here a second. Have we watched the video of the rather large SUV coming out of the garage? Do I get a full license plate?
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, in that case, don't worry about... Right, license plate. I'm going to quickly have a look and see if it's got a GPS tracker.
Ooh, interesting. I don't
Got
think
the VIN
it
number
does.
and everything from the license plate, so...
Yep, but you definitely have the license plate. The owner of the car is a Donna Cavendish, who is your quick little scrub, she's a member of this sorority.
Okay, has she got details on the university?
Yep, she's an education major who's a junior.
Telephone number? Is it mobile or landline?
Ooh, I don't know if they'd have that phone number on that site, but I think you can locate one.
No, it won't have it on that site, but it will be in the administration section, which...
Yep. Sure.
Yeah, I got access to all of that as well.
Yep, go ahead. So you got her cell number.
Right, okay, in which case I'm going to ping the number and see what comes off of what towers.
Very, very interesting. All right. So what we find is that the phone pings about, I'm going to ping on the map. So
Which
right about there.
You're not on the.
I'm
That's
not on the big
that's a
map. You guys
fantastic
should have
map.
told me.
Oh, we
Oh
did.
my
Right
God.
about here. I'll let you guys settle into the
Hang
map.
on, I gotta zoom out. Zoom out.
Yep. Zoom out. And so
It's
no
not
wonder you were
zooming.
asking me about the north and the south, and I'm sorry about that. That's my fault.
So,
Okay, go to ping.
So right
hang
there.
on. No, I'm frozen.
Okay.
Oh, they've gone to the
Okay.
bank. They're down at 11. Go looking down at 11-ish.
Yes.
They're somewhere down there.
Refresh.
Yep. Right down in that area.
Right. Okay. So that's the ping from the cell towers. So I want to get one step closer. I want to. I want to actually hack the phone. Yeah,
Okay,
I actually want to
and-
hack the phone.
Okay. Are you trying to get into it where you can listen from it, see from it, and stuff like that?
Yeah.
So sort of clone the phone so you can do the stuff. I think doing that remotely is going to be a -4. It's really,
It's going to be more difficult. Yes.
yeah, as opposed
Although
to getting right
doable.
next to it. And yep.
Although doable. Let's have a look.
Yeah,
Spend
not so
the
much.
Yeah, close.
It's worth a Benny because you do have a real good score. in
Worth
this.
one penny.
Right.
Oh,
Oh crap! Your phone
I forgot
is
to check to see if the
charge.
laptop was bad charge. Yeah.
Yeah. So it suddenly is going, hey, low power, and it's
okay.
shutting down.
I would suggest. I think that's a good lead. I think we
Yeah.
should.
Let's go.
I think it won't take us long to get there. While we're
No.
on the way, we can plug your phone in and get it charged up.
No, it's Grace's laptop.
It's Grace's
Oh,
laptop.
okay. Oh, in that case,
Grace
yeah,
is-
we're not going to be able to charge.
Grace is going to say, now that Grace has been told where she's aiming for, she's going to sit there and go, guys, you do realise we've got the police department, the sheriff's office, the city council, all around that. Literally, in the blocks surrounding that, on the map, that would be C, B, and D. C is the police department, D is the sheriff's department, literally surrounding that.
Mhm.
So obviously Grace doesn't say anything about C, B, and D's. Grace then goes, should we maybe be messaging Alvarez or the police department?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Who does that?
I'm.
And
Well, Grace
Andy,
is driving, so Grace can't.
yeah, Grace is driving, Margaret's driving, so Andy will get his phone out. He'll message Alvarez. He'll say,
What do you say?
yeah, we'll say you
9.
might be strangeness might be heading your way. Send him a ping of the location of the car
Okay.
and the registration number.
Got it. Okay. The
Could be armed and dangerous.
there's a ... and then it pops up, and as you're driving that direction, and the response is more details: block party, Main Street, road shut off.
Oh, okay. So she might just be at the block party.
But there is a question there.
Yeah, yeah.
I am not too sure that we might want to have the police acting with itchy trigger fingers. If that Chase fella was right, then the Wayland gang won't have any issues with opening fire on, and they've been seen with rifles across the back, so they've got ammunition. Do we actually want to draw?
The police are better armed than we are. I'll text back to Alvarez. I'll say,
hang on a second, Grace.
6 men dressed as desperados.
Well, it was 8.
8? No, 6.
8.
No, wait.
8. 8 men.
8 went into the house.
Okay.
13.
8 men. 13, 8, 6.
Yes.
Yeah. So whilst Andy's texting that, I put Grace. I just cover the microphone so that the people in Nessie can't hear, and I say to Andy and Margaret that I'm up for whatever, but from what I found about the gang, I don't think they die here. I think we get them back through the tree, and then they take care of it in their timeline.
Yeah, well,
because Chase, you know that Chase with no pants.
Yeah,
he finds Jim Wayland up in Kansas, and he loses an eye to him. He's not lost an eye yet. If we kill any of them here, that could change everything and anything.
Yeah, but from what we've heard of where they come from, it's not the same history. It's not the same world. It's like a parallel world. So our history is not their history.
So not necessarily time travel, maybe time slipping.
Yeah, it's more like they've jumped from their universe to our universe. So any historical, it does appear that there's commonalities. The same people exist.
I call you back, Grace, and I hang up on Grace. That's not what I'm saying, though, Andy. It doesn't matter whether they are from our timeline, they are from their timeline. Sometime in their future, their future, on their timeline, Chase has a fight with Jim Wayland and loses an eye. He has not lost that eye yet.
How did you find that out?
From Wikipedia. Now, the thing
but that's
is,
our timeline, not their timeline. Anything you find out about what happened to them in the future or in our past is all our timeline.
Margaret nods.
All we know of their timeline is what they've told us. We have no records, no newspapers, no Wikipedia, no nothing.
There again, we haven't really questioned them, have we? With reference to that.
I'm going to pause you guys' wonderful role play for just a second because I'm conscious of some time, and there's a piece that I want to have happen that is not happening, and so I'm gonna sort of force it a little bit. Christine, there, and I'm talking to the player. There is a discussion that happens as you're coming down the road from roughly around area 10 to where you are going to be able to turn into town. around, and go past the forest there with where Andy had his little adventure.
Yep.
So as you're in that drive, there's a conversation. I'm just stating this. There's a conversation that takes place between Sarah and Grace, and I'd like to hear it.
Between Sarah and Grace?
Sarah and Grace.
Okay.
She's sitting in the back, and there's surely some curiosity, surely some commonality. You're two females. She's interesting. What is this conversation that takes place as you're going the 5 or 6 minutes around this to get down there?
Grace, she looks over at Sarah and she sees the raccoon curled up in her lap.
Ooh, that's a good commonality.
And she says, so the raccoon is your companion? And Sarah looks down at the little rascal in her lap, and she scrunches between his ears. And she'll look over at Grace, and she goes, He is my companion. He came through the tree ahead of us, but it would appear he's been here for a little longer. It appears something has happened to him. He's been in some kind of fight. What is this on his leg? And Grace looks back over and she goes, yeah, he was hit by a demon here that was pulled through by a carnival of they pulled this demon through into our plane of existence, and it attacked him. He was hit quite seriously. It damaged his front leg, and that is a brace to help him while it sets properly, keeps it still for him. He's a friendly little guy, isn't he? Grace says to Sarah. He's certainly helped us out while he's been here. Is he? Is that what he does with you? Is he an assistant to help you? And again, Sarah's just going to scrunch his ears, and she goes, He is my companion. He helps me on the adventures that we have. This demon you talk about, it sounds as if these things appear in your reality a lot. Is that the case? And Grace smiles and nods. Yeah, let's just say we have quite a lot of odd occurrences. I mean, yourselves, for one, is a little odd. You came through a tear in reality into this plane of existence. You seem to be fascinated by the sky. You keep saying about lines in the sky. Strangely enough, we had and Grace suddenly goes, oh, how do I brace that one? We had people from another planet, shall we say, come and tell us much the same thing, that there were silver lines in the sky. Actually, character out, timeouts.
Yep. This is good.
Did Andy see any of those? I know he looked, but has he seen any?
I think he has. Yeah, no, I think he did.
He has. It's not all the time, and there's a ritual for it to be able to watch them. And the other salient point there, let me see. I think that you also remember the map with all the lines drawn upon it that's in a secret room above Mary Lynn's.
I haven't put that together.
That it equated. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So you see these lines then, do you, Sarah? You see these lines? And Sarah looks up at the sky and she goes, they are very bright. There is definitely some convergence happening here, definitely. Something has come to a head. I can understand why so much is breaking through into your plane of reality. They do not bode well. And I do not think whatever it is will be far away in time.
Brilliant. I think Sarah might be very interested in the fact that Grace, probably one of the only females she has seen, except maybe out the window, some of the people wandering around in costumes, I think Grace is not wearing a flowing dress.
Well, no, she's not. We said that, she's in joggers and a t-shirt, a hoodie and stuff.
One of the things that sets those Wichita witches aside as being so liberated and everything else is they are not wearing dresses.
Yeah, Sarah's not. Sarah's, as you say, Sarah's in black jeans. So the outfit that you wear, is this... you seem more liberated than the women of my timeline. Of my time, I should say, not my time, my time. It is unusual for a woman to be in anything but a dress where I come from. But from what I've seen out the window here and from yourself, that you seem a little bit more free with how you are allowed to dress and what you are allowed to do. What is it you do here? And Grace is going to laugh and she goes, oh, yeah, well, do you have American football in your time?
No.
Probably not.
No.
But no, I'm a member of a sporting team here, which is male-dominated, very male-dominated. I'm very unusual in being part of that. And I'm very proud of the fact that I'm stepping out for the ladies and leading us in showing the men just exactly what it is we can do. So
now, Christine, yep. she has tipped her card a little bit there, Christine, because she says all the women in her time all wear dresses, and she's not wearing a dress.
She isn't. Yeah, so Grace.
Also, can I just very quickly chip in? American football started in 1869.
1969? 1869.
1869.
Okay.
With Rutgers and Princeton playing the first game using rules based on soccer. That was the first American football, and it took off after that.
How quickly did it take off, though? How long before there was more than, say, 5 teams or 10?
Well, back east in some of those Ivy League schools, like you were just mentioned, it probably didn't grow. It would not have been recognizable or known of.
Yeah, this is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So people, out in the West.
Yeah, where the most popular pastimes were saloons and ladies at the night.
Chasing cows and
shooting each other.
And shooting each other. And,
they didn't have much time for those social things of like sports.
So back to that really interesting point. Go ahead.
So yeah, Sarah, Grace looks across at Sarah and she says, "You say the ladies of your time mainly wear dresses, but you don't appear to be in such garb. Is there a reason for that?" And Sarah just looks across at Grace and smiles, and she says, "Indeed, I am not your usual woman of my time, I will admit. I am a Wichita witch, and what I wear here that you see is much more along the lines of the usual garb that I would be seen in. But I am most certainly not an average woman from my timeline either. There you go.
And with that, we can move on. I think that that's a really cool conversation, and I greatly appreciate you for doing that. With that, we turn into downtown Pine Box. You can see the road sort of blocked off ahead. And how tonight ends is with a bang. There is a loud bang. And all three of the compadres, in the car, wearing their cowboy finery, recognize that as some dynamite going off.
Okay.
And that's where we will end tonight.
If you got all the way to the end, we appreciate your support. Thank you for watching the NVRA whilst we bring you content of different games. If you like what we have done, please like and subscribe.